I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you are behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
All right, y'all, we're here, we're live. You're watching Buster Unmasked, and we got an awesome show for you today, man. My guest today is a guy I've been wanting to talk to for a good while. We finally got him on here. Y'all know the drill, though. Like this video, share this video, go to Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell, that way you don't have to worry about content. You'll know when it's out. Look, guys, I got a show I want to promote right quick. This Saturday night, American Hostile Championship Wrestling returns to New Madrid, Missouri. 410 U.S. Highway 61. Doors open at 6:30, bell time 7:30. Man, you're going to see bullwhip battles. You're going to see Legitimately Too Good, Steel Cross, Moonsigner Jason. You're going to see Justin main event and Miss Hyde, the Savage Brotherhood, the King Superstar Johnny Dotson, the Reaper, and DK Moore. And if I'm not mistaken, the Country Gentlemen are going to be back to American Hostile this Saturday night. New Madrid, Missouri. If you're anywhere around there, go to this show and do not miss it, guys. Look, you know what I got to do? I got to promote these podcasts. I've added a few, so be sure you check it out.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood
right, y'all, you seen it right there. Got a bunch of cool podcasts coming up. That's through April. I've got May's. I hadn't even got up yet. I'll be getting them up as we go along. Look, guys, before I get my guest on, we're already getting comments. Danny Eno says, prayers for my brother who is battling heart and kidney failure in hospice. And he's talking about Tojo Yamamoto Jr., man. I know a lot of you guys out there know who Tojo Jr. is. Tojo, man, our prayers are with you, dude. I hope everything works out for you, my man. All right, guys, you know what time it is. Let me tell you something about my guest here tonight. He is absolutely one of the very best heels in our business, especially around our area. He's brash. He's cocky. He's got an attitude, but I'll tell you this, when he steps into that ring, he can back it up. He's always the talk of the town, and that's why they call him Trending Trent Daniels. Trent.
How's it going, sir?
What's up, dude?
I'm good. How are you? I appreciate the introduction, and I appreciate you having me on. I hope anybody that's watching can hear me and understand me clearly, because I know how some of these podcasts can be.
Man, you ain't lying about that, dude, but we got you clear as a bell, man. And
Everything
look,
sounds good right now, so I think we're good. So let's get this show on the road.
man, look, I said it in the intro. I believe that you are 100% one of the best heels around our area, mainly because you're not scared to go out there and get real heat. A lot of heels nowadays, and promoters too. There's a lot of promoters, I believe, that are scared for their guys to go out there and really get heat, but not you. You go out there, man, you get real heat. You can back it up in the ring when the time comes. Tell me something. What makes you this fucking killer heel, dude?
I mean, honestly, I think a lot of it is just confidence. A lot of it is confidence, because no matter what I do, no matter what I go out there and do, I know that the more that I get people to hate me, the more they're going to love the guy that I'm wrestling, which is kind of what wrestling is, isn't it?
Exactly, man, to the T, man. That's your job, and I'm scared that that's missing out of wrestling in a lot of places nowadays, man.
I can't really judge. Everybody has their own idea of what they say is heat. I just call it getting just getting obliterated, because it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad going out there and having all those people say some of the things they say to me. It can get kind of brutal sometimes.
Well, me and you, we chatted just a second before we went live, and you made a great comment. We was talking about heels in wrestling, and you said it. You said anybody can get booed, but when you're really doing your job, that's when they want to jump the guardrail on you. They want to stick you. They want to throw something at you. They want to get at you. I mean, and that's the kind of heel you are, man. I've seen you at Premier Pro get some
I might
serious heat.
have come out to my car a time or two and maybe found it tampered with. That's maybe happened a time or two. But I hear stories. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I hear stories of guys back in the day. Some of the things that some of the fans, some of the hatred they had for some of these guys, and that's money.
Exactly.
And I want as much money in my pockets as I can get. I don't know about you.
Hey, that's it, man. That's what wrestling's all about right there. They can say what they want. Without heat, pro wrestling is non-existent. That's what it's about. If you don't have the heat, it's a waste of time for everybody. So look, dude, we kind of jumping. Let's rewind a little bit, man. Tell me how you actually got in this business and when you got in the business. How long have you been doing this?
Man, I have been doing this now for 6 years, and it's honestly, when I hear myself say that or I think about it, it's kind of crazy, because wrestling was something that I never thought was in the books, never thought would be in the books. I kind of messed around with it a little bit as a teenager, but life happens and things like that. And then I believe everything comes full circle in life, and eventually in 2018, I moved down here to Southeast Missouri and saw that there was a company that was called Cape Championship Wrestling, and
Right.
I started training there in February of 2018, and I haven't looked back since.
Well, who were your trainers?
So my trainer was Brandon Barbwire,
Brandon Barbwire.
who, in my opinion, is also one of the best workers I've ever seen get into a ring.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think maybe he was somewhat trained by Motley Cruz, maybe.
He was,
Him
yes,
and
I believe
Anton,
they have some ties. Yes.
him and Anton LaVey both. I think Motley had a hand in those guys. Which, hey, you can't go wrong there, man. Anybody that Motley trains usually turns out to be great professional wrestlers, man. It's just
Well,
simple as
I
that.
appreciate that, and all my success is based on a lot of things that he's taught me and a lot of things that I've learned from other guys along the way. So, that's the biggest thing is soaking up as much knowledge as you can.
Right. And let me ask you something. You said you didn't feel like wrestling was really in the cards. Elaborate a bit. Why did you feel like wrestling wasn't in the cards? You said you kind of played with it as a teenager, and then life happens, which that happens to all of us. But
Yeah.
what was the reasoning you just didn't think it was something in your future?
Just because it's very hard to have financial success in wrestling. It's very hard. It's very hard to be able to forfeit the money to do everything that you need to do to make money in wrestling. And
Rich
so I
man
didn't really know if
sport.
that was in the cards at that time. But you know what? I kind of what they say. I kind of nutted up and just said, you know what? If this is it, this is my one chance. This is the one opportunity that I'm going to get to see if I am really able to do this, because that one little taste of what I had of it as a teenager kind of left a little salt in my mouth, because I was
Right.
like, I had that chance right there, that opportunity back then, and I didn't take it. And I knew that if I was ever going to be able to do it again, I had to jump on it.
Right. And here's something too. I mean, you're 100% right. When you first start wrestling, you actually pay to wrestle. When
Yeah, yeah,
everywhere you
no, I didn't
go,
make any money for a long time.
I mean, really, you go in debt. You work a shoot job to pay to get to these places to wrestle, to be where you need to be. And when you start out, you ain't making no money, man. I don't know what you started out as, but man, back in 1992 when I first started, me and my brother, the very first time we were ever paid, we got $5 together to split. So, what was your first payday, man? When the first time a
Oh
promoter
man,
handed you
I
some
wouldn't
money?
even remember something like that. But I would imagine, I mean, so I believe the first time that I was used in Cape Championship Wrestling, it couldn't have been much. It couldn't have been much more than $10, $15. So
Right.
it's not much more. It is a little bit more because times have changed, and promoters nowadays, I think, kind of get it. They kind of understand it, which it's a business, man.
And here's the thing: over time, as you get deeper into business and smarter to it, you realize what you're worth. Here's the
Yeah,
thing: even in this wrestling economy, you don't always get what you're worth. Usually, it's a much lower than what you actually are worth. But that's just wrestling. That's part of it. That right there is 100% part of paying your dues in the wrestling business.
absolutely, absolutely. And even 6 years in, I I say it all the time. Like, I'm not as green as I used to be, but I'm still green, and I'm still paying my dues, and I'm still learning, and still figuring this business out. Like, I'm trying to put in as much work as I can doing it too.
Right. Let me ask you this now. You know how it is when you get in wrestling. You kind of evolve as you get a little more comfortable, a little more experience. Have you always been the Trent Daniels we see now, or what were you when you first started your first matches?
My first matches, I believe, doing the hashtag trending thing. Maybe I was just Trent Daniels, but not the hashtag trending. But then not too long after that, I kind of added the hashtag trending in there.
I dig that. Tell me what brought that on, man. I think it fits you too, man, because you got that
Well,
kind of
everything is social
attitude,
media based nowadays.
right?
Everything is social media. Everybody's live. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's doing that. And to put a stamp on my name of something that everybody can relate to. Everybody knows. Everybody knows what it means to be hashtag trending. Everybody knows.
Right.
And me being the cocky guy that I am, adding that to my name, I guess people didn't like that very much.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, like I said, you're cocky, you're arrogant, but you're confident, and you can back up all that in the ring. Have you ever run into any issues with promoters buying into that cockiness? Maybe you're a little too cocky.
No, not at all. Because no matter what, it's strictly business. With promoters, it's strictly business. I understand that I'm there to do a job, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try and be the best damn person to do that job that night.
Right. Well, we mentioned Cape, man. You're a former Cape heavyweight champion. Talk to us a little bit about that, man. Talk to us about winning the Cape Championship Wrestling heavyweight title, dude.
Oh, man, once again, that's another thing where I say things come full circle, and it's one of those things that I never thought would ever happen, but it happened. And I can't really describe the feelings that I felt when it happened, because it was just I was trying to be in the moment as much as I could be. Osby, who had won the title that night, right before I had cashed in my contract that I had a guaranteed title match that I won. He was just unfortunately in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I took advantage, and it was one of the most fulfilling moments of my career. That's a good word to describe that, fulfilling.
Well, I can see that. You started at Cape, and I mean, obviously, man, you want to be the champion. I mean, here's the thing.
I think the hard work I put in from day one showed it.
Right.
Like you said, paying your dues, doing all the shows, and eventually getting opportunities, and taking advantage of those opportunities. And I think that's, they say pressure makes diamonds. Well, under pressure, I will make a diamond.
And Kate, talk to me about that, because if I'm remembering right, y'all used to have some big shows. Y'all even had some internet pay-per-views, right?
We did. We were on Fight TV, I believe, maybe IWTV, things like that. There was some pretty good matches that I was able to have there with guys like QT Marshall, and among other people. That was it was great.
Well, that's where that's where you first jumped on my radar at. That's where I first seen Trent and Trent, was at Cape Championship Wrestling. Since then, I've actually got to meet you in person, working for American Hostile Championship Wrestling.
That's right, and we've seen each other a few other places too, I believe.
Right, Dyer, Tennessee for Premier Pro.
Yes, sir.
West Memphis for APW. When they did the Smitty here at the end of last year.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing, Trent.
I'm glad you're such a fan of me. I like this. I appreciate this. I never get this, and I'm gonna soak it in right now, man. So I appreciate it.
Hey, dude, it's all you. Here's the thing. I don't pick and choose guys. Guys pick and choose me by what you do, by what I see you do, and that's the one thing I can always say. The one thing that struck me immediately about you was just your attitude, your persona, your confidence. And then when you get in the ring, you can actually go in the ring and you can back it up. And that's the whole deal. There's a lot of people who can talk the talk but can't walk the walk when they get in the ring. And you're a guy who can do both of them, man. You can talk, you got charisma, you're talented in the ring, and you're a I consider you a super heel. Truthfully, I mean, I'm hard pressed right now to think of a better heel than you. True heel.
That really means a lot to me. I appreciate that, and I kind of hope somebody hears that. If anybody's listening, but it's all about the work. It's all about the work that I put in. I just try and go out there and be the most hated person that I can that night that I can be.
Right. So look, I know we're a little on short time tonight, but let's talk about some of the places you work. Like I said, Cape's where you first jumped on my radar.
Mm-hmm.
American Hostile, Premier Pro, APW, but I've also seen your name popping up at SICW, man, and that's a big jump up.
It
Uh, so
that man,
talk to
it's
me about
been incredible.
SICW, man.
It's been incredible. Herb Simmons has been doing this for a long time.
Right,
He's a big fan of old school professional wrestling, as am I. And there are a big group of hardworking guys there that are hungry. That's the kind of environment that I want to be around. I want to be around guys who are, chasing after the same thing that I am. I just want to get there first.
I hear you. That's the way it is. Look, I tell people all the time, we're working together as wrestlers, but it's still a strict, stiff competition because every one of you guys want to be the best. Y'all want to be better than that guy you're working with. You want the fans to see that. You want the promoters to see that. You want the guy you're working to know that.
That's right. Yeah.
And the thing about SICW, man, they have some big fan fest and shows with like all kind of stars, legends. Talk to me about some of these guys that you've talk to me about some of the stars you've got to work or be around.
Man, just a couple of the legends, I'll call them, because that's what they are, that I've gotten to be around is incredible. Some of the minds that I've gotten to pick, one of them being Cowboy Bob Orton, which actually he pretty cool moment for me. Last November, he was the special guest referee in a steel cage match, main event steel cage match of mine, in
That's
Breeze,
cool.
Illinois, and a lot of people looked at it as one of the best steel cage matches they had seen in 20 years. And I'll have to send you a link to it so you can check it out. It's definitely up there in one of my top matches because, of course, getting to work with Bob Orton is
Right.
incredible,
I mean,
and
that's a
and I actually, like, once again, I talk about things coming full circle. Like Herb show that he used to run back in the day when I was a teenager was the show that I would actually go to and watch. And I got to meet guys like I met Rocky Johnson there. I met Bob Orton there, so that's another thing that, full circle.
right. And here's the thing about wrestling, man. It's timing too. When we first started, you were talking about, you kind of flirted with it as a teenager, kind of fell away from it, and then kind of fell back into it. Here's the thing, man, and I'm sure you know this now, man. The wrestling business is all about timing. Damn near everything is about timing, from the matches, from in the ring to just opportunities and things. It's all about timing in pro wrestling.
That's it. And I feel like my time is coming. I'm very, 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 very persistent and hungry, and just chomping at the bit to go as high and as far as I can. And that's been the past 6 years. Since I started, I haven't really stopped. I've just been going and going and going and going as much as I can.
Yeah, you got to put yourself out there. The thing about pro wrestling, out of sight, out of mind. If you
That's
ain't
right.
there, if you don't keep yourself in these promoters' face, in these fans' face, it really don't take them long to forget about you because wrestling keeps moving no matter what.
That's right. It is a revolving door.
And it keeps pushing forward, man. So look, talk to me about some of your favorite opponents. Who's your absolute favorite guy to share the ring with, man?
Oh man.
Or girl.
Well, I don't like any of these guys nowadays, honestly. I don't really like any of them, but I guess I'll put Big Peyton Ayers. I don't know if you know who that is. He's worked at Cape Championship Wrestling and Stride Pro Wrestling in Illinois, I believe, and SICW Wrestling, actually. And me and him, man, we can I curse on here?
Dude, you can say what you want, man.
Me and that guy, we beat the shit out of each other in Cape Championship Wrestling for about 6 months. And it led up to a big steel cage match at a pay-per-view show that we did in Cape. And it's one of my favorite feuds, one of my favorite matches. That guy, you know, he's another one that he's very hungry right now, and I can see it, and I know other people see it, and he's done a lot of things. So yeah, Big Peyton Ayers is definitely up there for me.
So look, I'm gonna put you on the spot. All right, we've got your favorite guy. Is there a guy that you just can't fucking stand, man? And
Oh God,
I mean, in the ring, in the back, whatever. Is there one guy that every time y'all on the same show, the first thing you think is, "Oh fuck, man"?
Chris fucking Slammer. Chris fucking Slammer. You know why? Because I hate Hulk Hogan.
There you go. He loves Hulk Hogan.
He loves Hulk Hogan. I hate Hulk Hogan, and I'm pretty sure everybody else hates Hulk Hogan too. So I mean, yeah, that guy.
Hey,
man.
he does the whole gimmick, man. The whole
He
thing,
does,
man.
and he makes a lot of money doing it. So I can't really talk too much shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you talk about social media. Slammer, the one thing you can say about him, man, always. Man, he's got a hell of a social media game. He's always putting content out.
You cannot diss that at all.
But he does got that Hulk Hogan gimmick.
Yeah, that kind of like that puts a bad feeling in me.
Well, you know, I'm glad to hear you say that you're hungry and you want to make it, because believe it or not, I have guys on here, and sometimes I ask them that question. Do you want to make the big time? And sometimes I get a surprise answer and they tell me no. That I'm content doing what I'm doing right now. And I mean, look, to each his own. I fully believe if you're going to get in this business, your goal should be the big time. Your goal should be being the world champion in the biggest company. Whether you get there or not, it's a different story. But I believe that should be every aspiring pro wrestler's goal, to make it to the big time. And I guess the biggest of the big time is WWE, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I'm not gonna say anything about any of those guys because it's not my place. It's their life, whatever they want to do. Just like Slammer, I can't say too much about Slammer because, you know, if he wants to do the Hogan thing, do the Hogan thing, you know. But as for me, I'm going to try and make it and try and get signed. Whether it's WWE, it doesn't, you know, AEW, TNA, it doesn't. The goal is to make as much money as I possibly can.
Right.
And in order to do that, you have to be able to get into one of these places that will pay you good. And in order to do that, you have to put in work.
And here's the thing. You're one of the guys out there that I think should have his eye on one of these WWE ID deals they're doing now, man. I mean, here's the thing. It's not a full-blown, you ain't going to be no millionaire, but the fact of the matter is, it's sure a hell of a lot more cushiony to be getting enough money to go wrestle at these places, plus get these other opportunities with these other WWE ID guys and companies. Is that something that you'd love to have the opportunity to do?
Absolutely. You know, but I know in this business, nothing is handed to you. You earn it. And single one of those guys and gals, if that was the case, you know, every one of them earned it. And they all put in the work just like I'm doing. And I'm going to continue to do. It would be great to have that stamp on it, because then I get to put in even more miles on my vehicle.
Right. Get a lot of experience, you know, branch out at different places, different parts of the country, man. That's big for a pro wrestler anyway. You need to work as many different places and as many different people as you possibly can. You know?
Otherwise, what's the point? You know, you're never going to learn anything.
Well, look, man, you're one of these guys. I've actually seen you have some knockdown, drag out fights with some of these women in the wrestling business around here. And here's the thing I noticed. man, you do not cut these girls no fucking slack whatsoever. Sometimes I actually think you're more of a heel on them than you are on some of the guys, dude. Talk to me about that, man. Talk to me about your perspective of that, because here's the thing. There's a lot of guys, if you came to them and said, look, man, I got, let's just say $1 Million Baby, because I've seen y'all have a match. Okay, I want you to work $1 Million Baby tonight. A lot of guys, they view that as a slight almost. Like they you know, I ain't working no girl when, I mean, it's a wrestling match, man. What's your perspective on that?
I mean, so as of late, I have mainly been wrestling, you know, the men, the big
Right,
boys,
right.
and that's great. I love that. But you know, if you ask me to go out there and have a wrestling match and put on a performance, I'm going to go out there and put on the performance. That's what I'm going to do. That's my job. And whether it's $1 Million Baby or it's, you know, any other female worker, they understand that this is a business, and they understand that they need to attack me as they need to. You know, she hits as hard as any man that I've ever been in the ring with. So
Right. The last time I seen you two together was in Dyer at the fire department, and man, I don't remember what exactly you did, but man, I remember the fans coming unglued about it, man. Just completely
yeah,
unglued, man. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know
I
whether.
believe that I wasn't on my best behavior that night, and may have ruffled a few feathers, but that's all right. We get past it and we move on.
Man, to me, that's something that's lacking out of pro wrestling now too. Is that aura of anything can happen. Man, that's a big drawing card for wrestling fans. You know, you go see guys that you actually believe in, and you think, man, this guy here could go off the rail at any time. I think that it's kind of like a concert, man. I remember when I was young, Guns N' Roses. And if you went to a Guns N' Roses concert, you might see the show, you might not. It depended on what Axl Rose was going on with him that night.
That's
Same
right.
thing with a Mike Tyson fight. People love Mike Tyson to this day because you never knew what was really going to happen. I believe that's part of the appeal with Brock Lesnar still to this day, is deep down, they know this dude don't really care and he's going to do what he wants to do. You hope he goes along with the plan, but the fans in the back of their mind know that, hey, if he decides he don't want to do something, this shit could change any minute. And I feel like you have that same kind of aura about you, man, that unpredictability.
Once again, I think it goes back to just putting in that work and trying to make everything as believable as possible, making the fans question what's going to happen. They don't know. If they're questioning what's going to happen, they're invested in, and they're watching what's happening. They're watching the match. When they're watching the match, they're reacting to the things that are starting to happen in the match. They pay attention.
Right. So talk to me about your immediate goals. Let's say over the next, let's just say 2 years, man. Where would you like to see yourself at 2
I mean,
years
in
from
2
now?
years, I'd like to see myself, you know, signed to WWE or AEW or TNA, whatever. I'd like to see myself signed to a contract, signed to a company on national television, showing people that I'm one of the best professional wrestlers going today.
I think you'd be a good fit for NWA right now, dude, or Ohio Valley too. I mean, truthfully, NWA and Ohio Valley, man, I feel like they're perfect spots for guys who are at that level, but they need to go from that level to get polished up for that next jump, for the actual big time. And I feel like Ohio Valley and NWA. And let me ask you this: you're a Missouri guy, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for you, NWA wouldn't be that big of a travel.
No, and neither really. I believe there's whether they got the territories now, and there's the Tennessee territory, and you know, and honestly, at this point in my career right now, I'm trying to travel as much as I can. So I'm willing to go anywhere and everywhere that I haven't been. And there's a lot of places that I haven't been. So that means, I want to hit the road.
Right, right.
And a place like OVW and a place like any territory in NWA would be fantastic. That would be, honestly, those are goals. Those are goals that are in the back of my head that I keep with me, because if your goals never change, you never really achieve anything at all.
That's right. That's right. And I think SICW is a perfect level up, man. You go to SICW. Hopefully, you get a good run there, and maybe by the time that's waning, you get that offer, man.
It's been great. They do a TV taping and everything, and I'm no stranger to performing on a time limit. No stranger to performing with a hard cam. I know some people have never wrestled in front of a hard cam before, and
right.
Hard cam is,
And that's a big thing, man. Here's the thing: there's a lot of guys who work all the time, but they never have worked TV. And man, it's a big difference in working live shows and working TV with those cameras. Like you said, the first thing I was told about TV, if you do nothing else, go out there and make sure the fuck you know where the hard camera is. The roving cameras, that's their job to rove. It's their job to get you. But know where that goddamn hard camera is above and beyond anything else when you go out there. And I see so many guys that go from working towns to working TV, and it's a hard adjustment for them to realize that you're not working for just these fans in the audience. You're working for all them fans on the other side of that camera.
Absolutely. And being able to go to SICW and get the opportunity to do as much TV as I've done, and getting to do TV with CCW, I've definitely come very adapted to it, and I'm definitely no stranger to it at all, or a live show. I consider myself someone who you can ask to do a job no matter what it is, and I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna be able to do
it. And I'm gonna tell you something, that takes a special talent. Here's the thing. Some guys, you can do anything in the wrestling business. You can go under every night of the week, and if you do it right, you can actually get over with the fans by losing. You do not, the wins and losses, I mean, sure, they're good for us. We like them. We all like to win. But truthfully, man, you don't have to, you ain't got to be the guy always shining to get over in the wrestling business, man.
No, I get the shit kicked out of me a lot.
And that's another thing that I like about you as a heel, because you can back it up in the ring, but overall, you will be that shit stirring run heel if you want to be. You'll stir some shit. If I have
to be. It depends on who I'm in the ring with. Some of these guys I get in there, they're all jacked up on whatever steroid they're on. They're all tan or whatever, looking like Brock Lesnar, or they weigh 300 pounds and they're 6'10". Like, some of these guys are pretty intimidating. But you know what? At the end of the day, I nut up, and when I get an opportunity, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put in work on your ass.
Well, talk to me about that, because here's the thing. You're a tall guy. What do you actually weigh?
I'm pretty tall.
What do you actually weigh?
Right now I'm at about, I'm not very big. I weigh about 180. So I'm not very big at all. I'm pretty light. I'm pretty easy to throw around.
Right. And what's the biggest guy you ever been in the ring with?
Oh shit. Oh God, you're making me really think now. Jesus Christ. Okay, so tallest wise, and I actually got a concussion in this match, but I finished the match, would have to be Jake Durden. I think he's probably around 6'11", 6'10", 6'11".
Right.
Freaking huge. He probably weighs like 240, 250.
So at 6'11" and 240, he's a lanky guy too. He's not he's 240, but as tall as he is, he don't look like a giant as far as weight goes.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Weight wise, man, that would probably have to be. It would be a close draw between Aaron Roberts, who WWE ID, prospect, Aaron Roberts.
Right.
We've beat the shit out of each other plenty of times. We have plenty of history. Uh, him, and probably Kenny Kingston. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's up in the Kansas City area.
Yes.
He is a big boy, and he gave me a Samoan drop. And it's the first time we're in a match. I thought I might have had brown streaks in my tights.
So, all right, I'm gonna go on and ask you since you said it. Have you ever had that snafu in a match? Have you ever shit on yourself out there?
No,
even a
no
little
accidents in the ring, thank God. But I did have some bad food one night at a show in Arkansas, and
Oh,
I went out and wrestled I made it about 60 seconds, and then had to finish the match, and then ran to the back and threw up.
man, it's rough, dude. Give me your funniest road story, man, before we close this thing out. Really, it don't matter. Funniest, craziest, stupidest. Well, I mean, what's some of the crazy shit you seen on the road, man?
Not too much crazy stuff on the road, honestly. You know, a lot of the times, the last few years, I was actually traveling by myself. But now here recently, I've got a couple guys that I like to get together, and we're starting to reach out to promoters and bookers and hit shows as a group, which is a good thing. So really no crazy road stories. The highways suck. A lot of them suck, especially in Tennessee and Memphis.
Right.
And man, as far as crazy stories, the only really crazy story I have is the time that a fan jumped the barricade at a show during my match. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
So how'd you handle that, man? Because I've seen it happen.
Oh, he got the shit kicked out of him.
There you go, man. I've seen it happen, and I've seen some guys get that.
I don't want to talk about
it
too much, but you know, he picked the wrong match and the wrong night, because I was with 3 other guys on my team versus 4 other guys on the other team, and when he got in the ring, he just so happened to push me, and when he pushed me to the side where all 3 of my teammates were standing. And when we looked up and saw who was in the ring, and that it wasn't anybody that was supposed to be in the ring,
Right.
all 4 of us just beat the shit out of him.
And that's what should happen, man. Here's the thing. As a wrestler, you don't cross that barricade to go do anything to a fan, but at the same
Especially
time,
when you put your hands on one of us, you know, like, I don't know if you have a gun or a knife in your pocket. I come out there during my entrance scanning, saying that all the time. Like, you know, am I going to make one of these people mad enough to where they try and say, I hope I do. I hope I do. But, you know, it's a risky play.
hey, back in the day, heel, babyface, it didn't matter. A fan jumped in the ring, everybody kicked his ass. Everybody got a lick in on that fucker, man. And that's just the way it was. You can't, and I don't think it's as bad now, because back in the day, man, usually at all shows, most of them, there was alcohol. So
yeah, and alcohol plays a big part in, you know, a lot of these events.
You know how fans are. The drunker they get, the tougher they get, and the I can whoop a wrestler. I mean, that's till you jump in there and find out it ain't always what you think it is.
Yeah, that's very true. It's a quick way to find out.
Trent, man, we're at 43 minutes. I know we was on like a 45-minute time limit, dude. It has been my pleasure having you. I want to get you back on here somewhere down the line, 6-7 months from now.
Well, hopefully when I come back on here, I can have one of these. I don't know if they'll be doing it again, but you know, hopefully I'll have something to show for all the hard work that I've been putting in.
I hope you do too, man. Look, I got high aspirations for you, man.
I appreciate that, sir.
You're hungry, like you said. You want this, and that's the biggest thing in pro wrestling. Here's the thing: pro wrestling will kick you in the ass. But when it does, you got to brush your ass off and keep moving forward, man. Eventually, timing and opportunity will meet for you.
And I think a lot of it helps. You know, I think knowing that this business is going to kick my ass, and there is going to be a lot of down moments, and then I am going to have to pick myself and brush myself off. I think a lot of that has helped get me through, because there's not one time where I've said I want to quit. There's not one time where I said I'm done with this, because I know this is what I want, and I know that I'm going to have to persevere through any hard times that I have. And I've been blessed with a lot of great opportunities in this business, and it owes me nothing, and I owe it everything. So.
Right, man. I agree with that 100%, man. It's a hard business, dude, and it's mentally tough. You got to be, we know it's physically tough, but it's really, I think it's probably more mentally tough than it is physically tough when you get down to it, because you said it in the opening, confidence, man. You feel like confidence is one of your biggest assets, and I think that's for any professional wrestler, maybe for any pro athlete. It's all about confidence. If you ain't in the right headspace, I see guys go out and do it all the time. I can tell by watching their match whether their confidence is low in real life right now, or whether their confidence is up where it should be, just by the matches they have. And confidence is a huge factor in the professional wrestling game, man.
Yeah, and I'm going to bring it at 100% every time.
Trent, man, it has been my pleasure. I appreciate you so much for coming on. 6 or 7 months, I want to get you back on here. Hopefully, maybe you got a new belt. Maybe you got maybe we can put that WWE ID by your name when we make the flyer.
Who knows?
Man.
Hopefully there'll be something next to the name. I don't know. Did you want to plug some socials real quick?
Dude, plug whatever you want, man. Plug.
Sweet. You guys can follow me anywhere at Trent Daniels 24 on Twitter, Trending Trent Daniels on Instagram, Facebook, Trent Daniels, all of that good stuff. YouTube, you can just type in Trent Daniels or hashtag Trending Trent Daniels. You'll find all of my matches. Yeah, that's about it. Hopefully I see everyone at these shows.
Trent, man, I got you a riding partner, man. I figured we'll hook you and Slammer up, man. Y'all ought to be able to make these road trips.
I don't know if I can listen to Real American for 2 or 3 or 4 hours on a road trip. I don't think I can do that.
You think he's got that on loop, man, and that's just all he ever plays, dude?
I think so, man. I really do. I really think that he thinks that he's Hogan.
I will say this. I had him on the podcast probably 7 or 8 months ago. I would go on record saying I don't know that he thinks he's Hogan, but he is definitely the biggest Hulk Hogan fan in history, I believe.
Well, he can keep that title. I'm going to stick with hardest working professional wrestler on the indie scene right now.
There you go. Trent, man, you have a great night, my friend.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you for having me on.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all, you seen it right there, Trending Trent Daniels, man. If you're anywhere and you see this dude's name on a card, go check him out. Worth the price of admission on his own. Guys, I want to plug my upcoming podcast one more time, and then we're going to get out of here.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up.
got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
All right, y'all, you seen it right there. Be sure to check these podcasts out. I got some really awesome ones coming up. I will be back this Sunday at 7 p.m. with the Soul Taker. In his world, no souls matter. It's going to be a busy week for me next week. Soul Taker Sunday. Tavon Jordan. I'm sorry, Tavon. I said Trayvon. My bad. I know you made that post a month or so ago. It's just habit. Tavon Jordan, one of the most talented young guys in our business. Man, he's going to be on Tuesday. Wednesday night, got a professional wrestling veteran, Doug Masters, man, had big runs in Puerto Rico, had a run in Memphis. We're going to talk to him Wednesday. And then Thursday, Draco, the Last Dragon, he'll be here. Don't miss any of them. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. And until Sunday, y'all take it easy.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you are behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.